All right, Jonathan, in this video, we're going to focus on one thing that all great hitters do with their legs as they get prepared to swing. And we're going to look at Chase Utley, Miguel Cabrera, and we'll also look at Prince Fielder. And after we look at those three hitters, then we're going to take a look at you and compare what you're doing compared to them, and then talk about how you can get a little bit better. And we're going to focus on what we do with the back leg, the back knee, and the back foot from our stance position into our negative move, which is when we get ready to stride, and all the way into our stride. And I'll begin with Chase Utley here. First of all, we see Chase Utley's in a stance position. Okay? And I want you to notice his back toes. Look how they're pointed towards us. And I want you to notice his back knee. Look how his back knee is inside of his back foot. All great hitters are going to start in this position with that back leg in their stance. Now, when they prepare to stride, their negative move, you'll see that Chase Utley, what he does to get ready to stride is he simply lifts up this heel. And we talked about that in our last lesson. You'll see here he lifts up his heel to get ready to stride. And when he does that, notice how his back knee stays inside of his back foot, right there. And then what he's going to do next is take his stride forward. And by keeping this back knee inside of his back foot, it's going to help him drive off that back leg and get to a good, powerful position with the legs. Because our legs generate the power in our swing. Without the legs, we can't be a good hitter. And if you look now, because that knee stayed inside that back foot, when he goes to plant this front leg, I want you to watch the leg drive back here. Notice how that back leg drives towards the baseball. Now let's take a look at Miguel Cabrera. Again, we're going to notice that his stance position, Cabrera has his back toes pointed towards us. And if you look at his knee, it's inside of his back foot. Now his preparation to stride, what he's going to do is he's going to lift this knee up. Right here, it's going to lift up towards his belly button. And you see when he does that, notice how his back knee stays inside of his back foot. That's helping him load up on the inside of his back leg so that when he takes his stride and goes forward, he can drive off that back leg, as you're going to see right here. And now once he gets landed, you can see here he's in a great position to drive with these legs. So when he plants this front foot into the ground, you're going to see him drive this back leg towards the baseball. All right, let's take a look at Prince Fielder. Once again, in Prince Fielder's stance position, notice how his back foot, the toes are pointed towards us. Notice how his back knee is inside of his back foot. Now what Prince Fielder likes to do to get ready to stride is he's going to take this back foot and tap it backwards. So you're going to see right here he taps the toe back, and that's his preparation to stride. And what you're going to notice here is he keeps that back knee inside of his back foot. The next thing he's going to do is take his stride forward. And because he keeps this back knee inside of his back foot, he's going to be in a good position to drive off this back leg and get to a good power position with his legs. And now that you see that he's landed, once he plants this front foot in the ground, again, you're going to see great leg drive from that back side. So with that in mind, what I want to do next is pull up your swing. This is the last time we work together on Thursday, August 9th. And we're going to pull up this clip right here. And we'll start by pulling up Chase Utley. And the reason why I want to pull up Chase Utley is because he's very similar to you. He just lifts up his heel and takes his stride. All right. So the first thing we're going to look at in the stance position is the back foot. Notice Chase Utley, how his toes are pointed towards us. Notice how his back knee is inside of his back foot. Now, if we take a look over here at you, there's a problem here with your back foot. And I'm going to draw a red line. Look how your toes are pointed out this way. What we actually want to do is get this foot turned so our toes are pointed right here. And we want to keep the knee inside the back foot. Now the next thing I want you to notice with Chase Utley, he's going to prepare to stride by lifting up this front heel. And when he does that, he's going to keep this knee inside of his back foot. Take a look. So he's preparing to stride, and look at how that back knee stays inside of his back foot. Now when you prepare to stride, watch what happens. Right there, look at how your back knee goes way out over your back foot. And so now we're not in a very good position to drive. So what we need to do when we do this negative move is keep this knee here so that we can drive off the back leg when we take our stride. And you're going to see why this is a problem in a moment. We're going to take Chase Utley to a stride position. And watch when he plants this front foot, the leg drive he gets off the back leg. He plants, great leg drive. Now when you take your stride, right here you're going to see that you plant. But when you plant, you don't get really any leg drive at all. Look at the difference here with your back leg compared to his back leg. And that's all a result of that first move. When you lift up your front heel, that back knee is going back too far. So to recap, first thing we want to do in our stance is fix this back foot. Get it turned so your toes are facing us on the screen. The second thing you want to do when we lift up this front heel is keep our knee inside of our back foot like this. You'll see here with you how the knee goes out. So we want to fix this right here. If we're able to fix those two things when we take our stride, we're going to get a whole lot more leg drive, and it's going to make you be a more powerful, possibly even a home run hitter.